Wake up, Mr. West. I wish I had an alarm clock that does that. Like that's the joys of owning like an Android. Sometimes you're like Apple don't let you play around with your phone settings and none of that cool stuff. Like having a cool ringtone and none of that stuff. That would absolutely 100% be my snooze alarm. Wake up, Mr. West.
I feel you. Just had that beat playing in the background. And doom, 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 doom. Oh, damn, I forgot how that shit go.
He was close. I'm Camo the Mano. You just entered another hip hop edition of the Two Ninja Kickback. I'm kicking it with my brother from another Two Phone Toners in the building. Tone, what's happening, homie?
Ain't shit, man. Taking a nice little swig of this H2O. You feel me? Courtesies of Bobby Boucher out here. You heard me.
I feel you, man. I just got finished down in the Deer Park on my end. Like I've been weird water craze right now, yo. Like I don't know. I had to leave this though. The sodas and heat don't mix, yo. Like you gotta be watered up during these heat waves, yo.
Oh, man. I made the vital mistake of eating crabs and ice cream before, like a
Oh
couple of weeks
Lord,
ago.
what the hell type of
You talk
Viking
of
shit was you on? Yo? Like, oh my god,
nigga,
you're a
crabs,
nomad.
ice cream, and the heat, nigga.
Oh man.
Let's just say I had that porcelain painted brown in different
Man.
shades.
Oh Lord. Oh man, let's get into the hip hop shit. Yo. Like, oh man. Oh, side note, have you seen that Reebok actually sold?
Really?
Yeah. Sold to this conglomerate, as some mutual partners that's coming together to, buy some shit for 2.5 billion. It was just funny
Hmm.
to me because Master P and Baron Davis was out on their campaign was saying like, yo, we trying to buy Reebok, we want to, put that prominence back into, the community with Reebok and all that other shit. And it was
Hmm.
like a good time because it's like we need something like that. I think it'd have been like a moment, you know what I mean? Like seeing like us own like a big conglomerate like that, and Master P would have been the right person I feel to run it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they had the about it 2000s to release with the new Reebok retros. I can see that shit now, yo.
But I totally get the competition thing inside of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if they do make it well, it would have been directly competitive with Adidas. And I think they was thinking more so long term in the deal. Like, man, let's just sell it to these dudes over here that's going to market it like Skechers and, put all the that stuff and sell it to nurses and stuff. Because I feel like that's what's going to be the situation for Reebok right now. Like, for the future after they drop this whole, what's we call it? Because it's like, maybe. I think in looking at it, I think they also own shit like Forever 21 or something like that. So they might keep some flair with it. But it's
Mm.
like we never know. We'll see. But I think
And
Master P and Baron Davis really, really could have changed the trajectory of Reebok.
oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, cause for one, I ain't gonna say in front niggas, yo. I bought like 3 pairs when I saw Master P and Baron Davis on the Breakfast Club, and they said that shit. I bought 3 pairs of them bitches. You feel me?
Yeah,
And
like
because I was all hyped for that shit, but
yeah, and you need to see you're a smart thinker because you like, yo, they announced this. I go support it. I can bring the brand up. So like maybe if everybody run out and support it now that they announced this, you can kind of take that into a meeting. You like, well, look, when
hmm
we announced this, the sales went up. That's behind closed doors talk though. But you know what I mean? Like you could use shit like that.
oh yeah. I
But
mean, because for
ultimately,
one, when you look at like the entity that Master P and Baron Davis is just separately, you feel me? The business
exactly,
mind
yeah.
that these niggas go into it and how
Yeah,
they're both integrating, like you said, inside the culture, that could have been a number one competitor towards. I even go as far as saying Nike,
exactly, yo. I think
because Nike even like been slipping up on a couple moves lately and shit like
but
that when it
past
comes to
that, yo,
shit.
I think P even said it himself at one point. He was like, if it's a historic moment like that, athletes that are sponsored by Nike, like LeBron, Kyrie, all of them, they have no choice but to support it too, especially for like, some of the stuff that a lot of these brothers stand by. It's like,
Oh
of
yeah,
course they're gonna support it. And it's like, not only that, it'll be the community supporting it. Like, I think we get tied up in a lot of labels and all this other stuff, but we the number one supporters of like, apparel and clothes and stuff like that. We spend our money on that. That's us.
$12.8 trillion in spending revenue black people spend just off of clothes alone in like 3 to 4 years.
And it's like, you know what I mean? We don't utilize that. We don't use our tools to swing. Like I think Cube even said it himself. We don't always use our voice, or whenever we get our chance to, wield our power, we don't always use it. Like, one
Yeah,
thing we have is we spend.
yeah, we definitely have economic growing and buying power for sure. But I feel like I can't even say like that's. That's nobody's fault but ours. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna call a spade for real. Cause like when you look down at it, yo, like the opportunities that niggas have consistently to like build another brand up when it's a nigga. You feel me? Like a last black actual designer, I say that actually did something besides Virgil. Because to be honest, I really don't fuck with Virgil like that. Feel me? Off white shit really ain't that popping to me. It's like Dapper Dan. You feel me? When it came to niggas actually supporting a motherfucker that actually did that shit.
Oh shit, hell yeah, fuck yeah.
I mean, yeah, you look at
And while
Dapper
we
Dan
on
with
it,
the Gucci, and
and
then
while
how
we on
he's
it,
in limelight with Gucci.
and while we on it, definitely want to say the RIP to Phil Pabon. Very,
Mm,
very forward. You know what I mean? You want to talk about culture shifter. You know what I mean? Some of our favorite clothes was brought to you by this man, yo, Fubu and Nietzsche. You know the styling of the '90s, man. Like that,
facts. I had a
we lost
fucking
a real legend in the culture, man. RIP.
facts, man. I had a whole fucking Nietzsche fucking sweatsuit when I was a kid, yo. I had the baby blue jiffy, yo.
Yo, I had this tough ass gray and white joint in high school, bro. That shit was super vintage, yo.
Mm.
That shit was too tough. It was something I think probably '98 or something like that. So RIP to that, man. Yo, Fubu,
Facts,
all
man.
of that, man. You want to talk about marketing, all of that stuff, man. A lot of what people are able to stand on now today that look like us is like some of that times, like you look at Fubu selling to Walmart, all of those major conglomerates. I think that's another thing too, that us as people got to separate too. I might title this episode "Business versus the People" or some shit, but it's like, you know, sometimes they push to us as like, yo, we got to come together to get this and all this other stuff, and then they sell it off eventually. But that's what you
Oh
do in
yeah.
a business. You know, you build that business up so you can sell it. You're like, you don't want to work in your business forever. A lot of business
That's
people get into it and get out. Like you look at somebody like Oprah, she has her own TV station owned, and she only own that shit.
yeah, I mean shit, you look at Jay-Z with Tidal.
Yeah, he got
Everybody
out
was
of that
pissed
shit.
at Jay-Z about that shit. And he did the right thing.
Yeah, I think Tyreek had came out. I feel fucked up for not knowing that brother's name, but he had came out and was like got mad about it. And at the time, niggas was killing this nigga, but it makes sense what he was saying. He was like, "Yo, you want niggas to be invested into this shit? We all buy in. We trying to push it forward and all this other stuff. But then y'all niggas just sell it to the, you know what I mean? We can't have it because you know niggas got to pass it off once it gets big, and that's just that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Same thing with verses.
I
But
mean, but
you look at the spot versus is in now, it's in an incredible space, and niggas still got partnership and ownership in it. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm still there.
see, and I think that's all it has to be. Like when it comes down to it, it's like, yo, don't I think the whole notion of selling your soul is selling who you are as an individual. You feel me? Once you throw who you are as an individual out the window, then your product and everything else shows with that shit. You feel me? And motherfuckers take advantage of that shit.
Yeah, but it's
Versus
like
battle
if you don't
is
got
like,
control of your product, you know what I mean? If you
mm-hmm.
don't have a
And
say in your product,
then how can you dictate what a motherfucker can do with your shit? When you look at like verses for real, like two of the motherfucking niggas that made that shit, like these are two high figures inside the culture. You feel me? Swiss
super
and
high
Timberland
figures,
and shit,
legendary figures.
legendary status type shit. You feel me? Egyptian god card type status. You feel me?
Absolutely.
And when you look at these niggas for real, can't ain't nobody gonna question Swiss and the moves that Swiss made. You feel me?
You can't.
Because you see the success in that shit. You
Every
see how this
every
nigga
step
can
of the way.
predict the culture and how it flips. You feel me?
Yeah.
Same thing with Timberland. Always got his finger on the pulse. And what I love about that shit though, it actually teaches motherfuckers like, I guess willing and open-minded motherfuckers for real. That yo, you don't always want to be a worker. You want your shit to work for you. You feel me? As soon as I
Yeah.
built this shit up, yeah, it can still be a love and a passion of mine. I can still be on the board of directors, but I don't want to run this shit.
Yeah, like I definitely want to bring in people that might have another vision or people that got other connections where I can just sit
Hmm.
back and watch it flourish and understand. Like I know these are two. Even the selling of it, you seen how the deals fell. Whereas like the people that were already invested in it also got a stake in what that was part of too.
Hmm.
So it's like not only did that, but they still was able to pass down that type of stake. Where it's like your kids can eat off of this shit. The bigger it get, the more success you see in it. And it's like we
Hmm.
all eating from this shit. And we can eat from this shit forever, as big as it gets. And we just see it like take it elevated to a new level, in my opinion. Like when we gonna get something like that again? Like each step of the way it's elevated. Like you talk about Gucci and Jeezy coming together for that. Bow Wow versus Soldier. Like we've had some moments.
And we
Isley
got
Brothers versus Earth, Wind and Fire. Like you know what I mean?
that
Like
was a classic. I ain't gonna say in front of you,
even
bro.
even back in the day when they had Babyface on, they had like even like you know where it started at. Like it's crazy to think how we just seen Dipset versus the Lox, and this inception came from some something that Tim and Swiss was doing on IG for. You know what I mean? Like and it just elevated to this.
Yeah,
It's crazy. And it's like that's something new. Like, you know what I mean? It sucks that Master P and Baron Davis ain't get Reebok, but it's nice that we ain't gotta try to uplift this hand me down ass company either. It's like it's a reason that shit up for sale. Like it ain't doing well. Like maybe that's what we need to just try to focus on is different industries where we can kind of, you know what I mean, build careers inside of shit. Something that, you know, you can control your outcome inside of the careers you basing it on. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy, but it can be done.
it can be done. It's quite tangible, yo. Like, but I feel like
We
people
gotta
just
come
don't
together,
like.
yeah. We
Yeah,
gotta
you gotta
come
come
together as a
together,
whole.
and motherfuckers just don't have the patience to actually hold that shit out for the right motherfucker. You ever notice like old black men that's in like business and shit like that, that's selling property or some shit like that? They always say they want to sell black. They always want to do this. They always want to do that. But these motherfuckers can never stay patient enough for a young nigga to come along or be willing or susceptible to listen to a whole new idea of what the new nigga or the young nigga is trying to propose.
Yeah, I mean that's just us. You know, we stuck in our ways.
Yeah, yeah.
We see the infighting inside of hip hop, yo. Like, you know what I mean? They claim that hip hop is a young man's game, young man's sport, but we like my eyes can't not see what I just seen.
I don't mean no harm, yo. I think that statement was true maybe 10 or 20 years ago, but now hip hop is damn near almost every man's age group now.
Yeah, because
Because
you look at Drake, he's 36, Cole 37. Like, what are we
you
talking
got
about?
fucking Nas 2 years away from being 50, my nigga, still kicking shit.
Huh? Like, for real though. Have you had a chance to divulge that Nas album? I haven't. I haven't yet. I ain't gonna lie to the people.
Oh yes, I have. Yes, I have.
What's your
And
take on it?
it's godly.
Incredible.
It's godly. Like King's Disease 2. I ain't gonna lie, the first one, I ain't gonna say in front of you, the first one had me for real. Especially with the one song he dedicated to Prodigy and was it Queensbridge.
Yeah, I know exactly what
But
you're talking about.
this one, yeah, but King's Disease 2 for real, from the first song even down to the features, my nigga, it was just nothing but fire to the last fucking song, yo. And I'm so happy Hove didn't come out. I'm so happy Hove
Don't
didn't
do
step on
that,
my
yo.
man Nas
Don't
feet.
do that,
You
yo.
know Hove does that
Don't
shit,
do
yo.
that,
You
yo.
know Jay-Z steps on Nas feet every time a project comes
That
out, yo.
nigga just
Ever
put
since he
some
got
shit out,
ethered, my
yo.
nigga.
He just put some shit out, yo. Don't do hoes
I
like
seen him
that,
put
yo.
out a tweet for real, but I was wondering if that was towards the nigga. I was like, yo, Hove don't even be on Twitter. What the fuck is this nigga talking about?
Damn, yo. I gotta listen to that joint. I ain't gonna lie to you, yo. That other joint kind of left a bad taste in my mouth for Nas projects, yo. I'm used to hearing Nas in this like these big illustrious projects. I don't know if that's like a production thing, but it's like I need him to sound a certain way. And like when I was bumping the shit in the car, it just didn't translate to how I thought it was gonna sound. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, and I don't know if that was like Kanye's mixing. I believe Kanye had his hand in that at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I feel like Kanye. To be honest, this is just me speaking because I ain't gonna say in front niggas. I'm a fucking Nas stan. I'm a
I
Kanye
know.
fan, but I'm a Nas stan, and I really do feel like Kanye slided Nas out of that shit.
I'm the other way around. I'm a Kanye stan and I'm a Nas fan, but it's like for me, when that first got announced, I was like, yo, what are we doing, yo? That's why I was like tuned in and tapped in. And when I heard it, it didn't really sound how I thought it was going to hear. I was tuning in
Mm,
because I was like, I needed to sound like, you know, some life changing shit.
mm. I mean, shit. It's one song I want you to hear for real because I'm quite sure you heard of the Nas and Pac beef that happened back in the day or some shit like that. How them niggas
Mm-hmm.
had like some words for each other and shit.
Yeah, I think all of our great, people had words with each other. It was just how it went. Niggas was in a den of killers. Everybody could rap.
And what's so beauty about a nigga like what's so beautiful about a nigga like Nas, especially at today's age, of how he raps and shit, the stories that he's able to tell and
Yeah,
divulge for real
yeah,
from that first person point of view and shit. It's nothing like it for real. Cause on the second song, Death Row East, you know how like Vlad normally get niggas from like Suge Knight Camp or some shit for real, niggas that was running with Diddy and them back then for real.
right,
To divulge information, and then you find out niggas haven't been fucking with these niggas for like the past 20 something years or some shit,
right.
and so their word's not really credible. I feel like artists like Nas for real is definitely gonna be valuable in the next couple years of life when it comes to actual background stories of actual shit that happened that we always been privy to but never knew nothing about. You feel me?
Mm.
And
Those hip hop gems you tune in for, like
yeah,
Snoop was telling the story behind the whole kicking down the buildings in New York, all of that shit, or like
mm-hmm,
certain exchanges niggas had going back and forth on plane trips. You just like you get a little more of it each time somebody comes out. The
yes,
older they get, and like if you're a
yes.
nigga that's like who's privy to some of the shit, you gotta follow along because it's like the unfolding of it, like the truths are coming out. And you old enough
Mm-hmm.
to understand different shit and go back and understand other shit where you like, damn, as a kid, I ain't even really. Yeah, it's a good time. Yeah, you're right. I never even looked at it like that. That fucks with you,
It's
cause I was a big time, soapbox nigga. I was on my soapbox like, why would Kendrick drop to Pimp a Butterfly, yo? This nigga was like, yo, nah. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Go listen to that right now. Stop what you
oh
doing, go
yeah.
listen to that. Go change your life, nigga. Like, what you mean? He's like, nah, I'm telling you, you wasn't ready for it at the time. Go listen to it now. I
It's an
love
eye
music that
opener,
gets you at the
yo.
right time. Yes, yo. Like when certain
It
shit
is,
come to you
yo.
at the right time, yo, amazing.
And that's all it takes for real. I feel like music in a whole, like in all totality, it's not trash, even on the first listen to sometimes. Like I really just feel like sometimes it's just depends on the space of where you at right now. Cause now me where I'm at, 4 or 5 years ago, I couldn't listen to a Young Thug song. Now I can bump that shit in the car, just chilling in the fucking car at the red light. You feel me?
I feel you. But Thug got them hits, yo. Like
He
Thug always
definitely
been one of
does.
them, yo. That nigga,
He
he
definitely
cooks.
does.
That's
Now,
but
I ain't
it's
gonna lie.
like my bad. Go
Oh
ahead.
my bad. Oh, I was just I was gonna get to you on King's Disease too. Everybody know how I feel about Eminem, and god damn it, y'all know I skipped over that fucking verse on EPMD 2. Even though he had a good solid 15 seconds, it was still M doing what M does best. I couldn't get with it.
That's crazy, yo. I heard a little bit of the M joint too. I
You
was
heard the
like,
Skippy B, everybody from the 313
I saw what he
come
was
back with
doing.
Nas and me.
He was just he's an alien, yo. I'll give niggas that. Like I respect it. Like that nigga's out of here, yo.
I respect him too, but sometimes I just feel like M could really just ruin the integrity of a song by just doing M. You feel me?
I
Which
think
is a
like
good thing because M is M.
you want him to do that though. Like
Yeah.
if I like yo, go crazy, yo. Because when you go to dissect that shit, I guarantee you it's some of the most incredible lyricism you've ever heard in your life, yo.
Oh yeah.
Once I went back and caught the eunuch line, oh my god, I was like, damn it, yo. I didn't even know what a fucking eunuch was, yo.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It didn't take me to like my better 20s until I understood what a eunuch was. I was like, oh, okay.
All of that,
So
yo. He's an alien, yo. An alien. But for me, I've always thought of like hip hop as like that food, yo. Like it's always better when it's coming from somebody you love, yo. So when a nigga come and tell you about an artist, it carries more weight than if you like, what I mean, if the radio's trying to put you in with this artist. Because it's like naturally, like you coming already like, oh man, I don't want to hear this right now. Like that's just how you are.
mhm.
When somebody like, yo, you should check out this artist, yo, check this artist out, yo. Or you in the vibes with somebody and they play some shit for you, like, damn, this is incredible. And it fits that vibe that you in, you take that shit with you forever. Like I guarantee you got a whole playlist that other females and put you on with, like just throughout your life. You're like, damn, yo, I remember this song.
Damn, you ain't right. Damn, I said you ain't right. You are right. Shit. Damn, my bad. I meant to say you ain't lying.
Nah, my nigga had to think about it. Like, yeah, I'm sure you got a couple.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. As soon as you said that shit, like at least a good 3 or 4 popped in my damn head. I'm still thinking of motherfucking Andre and Big Boy when they came out with Idlewild.
That was a good album.
And shit like that hit. You feel me?
But yeah, overall, would you want Kanye on another Nas project from this versus that?
Fuck no.
That's
Nah, I think Metro Boomin even sold it for me when he said what he said about Kanye for real. Like, I don't want Kanye on no project touching Nas, yo.
he said that.
She said a little bit more too, but I ain't
Oh
gonna get
my
into
god, he
that.
said that.
Yeah, well, because he basically said what everybody else said too, for
But
real.
he
Like
gotta play in that realm though, yo.
yeah, you got to play in that realm, but
We the
I ain't
little
gonna lie,
guys. We can
yo.
say shit like that. Nobody cares.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. Speaking as a Nas stan, I will say Nas doesn't know how to pick beats. He
That's how you
doesn't
feel.
know
I
how to
feel like
pick beats.
I feel like he does.
I mean, granted, Ether was a fucking 1 in a million shot, and that was because of Steve Stout telling that nigga to rap on that shit. You feel me?
Shout outs to Stout, man.
But it's like when it comes to shit like that, for real, I gotta sit back and I gotta sometimes actually look at this shit in the third person. Like, the fuck does this nigga mean by that? You feel me? And then it all made sense after listening to some of Nas's projects, for real. Like, the only reason why a lot of those beats go hard is because Nas is hard as a rapper. So you don't wanna disappoint that nigga.
Nah,
You feel me?
yeah, I see what you're saying. Definitely see what you're saying.
I mean, because if I Ruled the World came on right now, that's a generic ass beat pattern.
That shit worked.
It
Shit,
does.
that's exactly what I was about to say. So, like, does he pick bad beats? That shit is a smash. Fuck a hit. That shit is a smash.
It does, but come on now. Like, as soon as you hear that shit,
Knees
you
start
hear
bending and
Nas.
shit, arms waving and
Yeah,
shit.
you
Like,
hear Nas start rapping and shit. As soon as you hear Lauren just come on that shit, oh my God, Lauren on King's Disease too. Nigga, yeah, fuck If I Rule the World. Let's talk about this shit. Lauren is addressing everything niggas have been saying about her for the past 15 to 20 years.
over
And
a
I love
beat.
it. Over a beat. She ain't singing. She ain't singing. We got Fuji's Lauren, my nigga.
Mm,
Spitting, showing all these bitches how that shit is done.
that's who I
And I
am.
love
So I
it, yo. I
am.
love it. Niggas need that shit from the queen, yo.
You mentioned anything about y'all niggas don't want me back out here? Like, is
Oh,
we
you
getting
know
more
she
of
was
this?
talking her shit.
Oh,
We got Fuji's Lauren, nigga.
mm.
We ain't get Lauren after Ziggy Marley. I mean, after Stephen Marley and Wyclef, nigga. We got Lauren back in 1991 on that bitch.
What's up with niggas? Yo, the rappers is out, yo. Rappers is
It
rapping
is.
right now, yo.
I will lie. It took me back to what you said a few months ago. How it's going to be dangerous for all the new littles when it comes to album time and crunch time. We
Yo,
nearing the end of fourth quarter. You feel me?
I don't know who said it. Somebody set the bar. It might have been one of the babies or something, but you got to rap
Could
now,
have
yo.
been. Yeah.
You look at the older acts, you see what the Locks just did. You see what fucking Mickey Fax, you seen with Royce the 5'9", you seen with Lupe Fiasco. Niggas is rapping right now, yo. Like,
Niggas is rapping.
it ain't
Cassidy
playtime,
fucking
yo.
rapping.
Seven,
Cassidy had me listening
seven
to him for a
minutes?
second.
7 minutes? Like, once I clicked that shit and seen 7 minutes, I said, uh-oh. Like, I literally said, oh, he addressing shit. He gotta be for 7 minutes. He about to, and I like how he starts switching it up. Everything.
See, I ain't gonna lie. As a nigga who always shaded Cassidy for not switching flows, when he did that shit, I ain't gonna lie, my nigga, I had to stop my car in the middle of a green light, yo.
Yeah, the show niggas. Was it enough? What's your verdict? Was it enough? Is
I
Tory gonna
had to
come back
pause
out?
that bitch and rewind that shit while niggas was really beeping their horns at me. Like, hold up, did this nigga really just say that?
Like, I like it though, yo.
I do too, yo. I love it, yo. I'm here for it. I'm here for all verbal assassins, lyrical assassins. You feel me? I'm
Yes.
here for
Let's
it.
keep it on the beat. Yes, absolutely.
And I love the themes of the disses that's
Yes.
coming along with what he's doing with Tory. You feel me? The
Tory need
perjury,
this.
plagiarism.
Tory need this. I'm not gonna lie, Tory need this, yo. He went to bat
Tory
with
definitely does.
Joyner. He got him out of here, in my opinion. He got Joyner out of here. if he can get Cassie out of here right now with the nice little couple records, because
I ain't gonna
I
lie,
feel like
you
Tory
get
gonna
a
respond.
legend out of here, yo. You solidified, yo.
A legend that
If
rap. Hmm.
yeah, you get a legend that raps out of here, yo.
Go to work, Tory.
Yeah, your hallmark in the Hall of Fame is already set, yo. We seen how niggas got cannabis out of there and how niggas was good after that. You feel me?
Right. Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
We know Tory's the biggest star. Tory's a superstar. He's a megastar. He's out of here.
Mm-hmm.
He threw the jabs at him. I wasn't mad at the jabs. We knew they were jabs. Does he dedicate a full record? Do he sit down and really attack this nigga right now?
Who Tory?
Yeah. Does he go at this nigga?
Yeah, you have to.
Can he though? Like, he got this Meg joint pen and he just got caught up. Like, I ain't like that, bro. Like, they
That's
arrested this
cool.
man for being at the concert with her, yo. He got this
That's
whole
cool.
but he gotta address this.
I'm just saying, yo, my man's Cassidy was in a hotel with motherfucking Kelly. If Tory out here shooting bitches, what this man doing in the hotel with Kelly? You feel me? Nigga can't really talk shit if you doing this. You feel me?
But nah, I don't think it was a situation. Yeah, I guess you got a situation, and you should have looked at that situation like, man, I can't go perform here because it might violate a situation I got. Let me gracefully back out of that. Niggas was waiting on that, yo. Our lawyer
I ain't
was
gonna lie,
like,
yo.
waiting on that.
He was definitely sitting on that boy, yo. I could tell by how he said that shit. Like,
But I'm here for it, yo. You think Tory
wait,
gonna
I'm here
respond?
for it too. As long as he keep it hip hop and light, yo. I don't want no violence, nobody in this
I
bitch
like how him and
finding
Jordan did it,
niggas.
yo.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing, yo. I respect Joyner Lucas because Joyner Lucas is a real MC for one, and he's a real ass nigga for two. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes down to shit like that, yo, I have nothing but respect for that nigga.
I think
I think he
Cat,
suggested like the pre-op to like versus battles when it was just niggas having beef with each other. Let's get on stage and actually rap.
I ain't gonna get a nigga that, but I will say he put up an admirable fight against this nigga, and I like how niggas was going back and forth, niggas different beats. But understand, like, this nigga Cassie is up against a fucking wizard. This nigga Tory literally does it all.
I think that's what's the proper word to call that nigga. What was that nigga off of Mortal Kombat that stole everybody's body and souls?
Shay said,
Yeah, Tory Lanez is Shang Tsung, my nigga. He's a baby Shang Tsung.
you gotta realize the nigga got on through a singing song. That yeah shit, everybody see this, you gotta just see it. That's how the nigga got on. He got on to the R&B act, yo. Niggas don't even look at this nigga like that. Niggas don't even look at this nigga like that. Yo, that's crazy. You forgot
And what's
he
so
got
crazy?
that bag.
I did not like Tory when he came out with that shit.
Not me either. Like, cause I know Tory, yo. I knew what he came from. I'm a fan of them Taco Tuesday freestyles, nigga. Like, I know what Tory do, yo. I know what he do. That's why
I felt like he was doing that to compete with Bryson Tiller at that time.
Yeah, it worked.
Because I ain't gonna lie, Bryson had the bitches.
Yep, he jumped right in that lane and it worked like a motherfucker, yo. It worked like a motherfucker. Cause that nigga eating like a bitch right now.
Yes.
It worked out. So he gotta face that. He got so much other attributes. He could do the star power joint. He can go into that. He can go into the nigga not relevant. Get into all old nigga type. But shit, what if you get him on a drill beat, yo? Can Cassie go on a drill beat, yo?
I don't think Cassidy voice and flow will match that shit. Like Cassidy will really have to jump out of his box
Does
in
he
order
get
to
it?
match a
Can
drill
he?
beat.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he can't play in them realms, can he? I'm here for it if you do.
See, that's the thing, yo. When you start getting like motherfuckers like Cassidy on like old like new age shits with like beat patterns that sped up and niggas took out certain elements that they're used to, like certain BPM speeds and shit like that, it could be a little tricky, but I don't know, yo. If you a nigga that rap, yo, that shit shouldn't bother you.
That's true.
And I feel like Cassidy is a nigga that rap, but like you can even hear Cassidy sometimes struggling to catch modern day flows.
You can hit an 07 in this dish, yo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, even this, like, I think academics came out and said, it's an academic. That shit is hilarious. I think he came out and even said it was like, yo, this nigga gonna sound dated when he drop it. Like, it's already gonna sound dated. And it did sound a little dated, yo. But he was killing that shit. And it works this round. But if he come back on some super new age shit or something like that, where he's literally just dissing this nigga, Because I think the last joint he put out, like I said, was a song and he threw the jab, but it was like if he focused on this nigga like he did with Joyner and just rapped to this nigga
Mm-hmm.
over a new age type of beat and just dissing this nigga all the way through, it's gonna be hard to compete with that. Cause like you said, the BPM is a little sped up. Niggas is going, he gonna be talking about sliding and spinning and all this other shit. You know, it's gonna be, you know what I mean, one of them.
Yeah, and for some reason, Cassidy cannot drop one subject. I noticed that.
Yeah, and
He'll rap about the same ordeal consistently, and it's like
it's hard because like I fucks with that because he's rapping all facts. Like you can't dispute this. This is facts. You know what I mean? So it's like he likes to base his rhymes on that. Like you can't just make up shit. Like nah, you gotta rap about what you really do and stuff like that. And I respect that. Or what really happened. You know what I mean? Like he's talking about how this nigga stole his rhyme patterns and his rhymes. Like he has a right to do that. Like yo, come on, you can't do that.
let me ask you this, even as a fan for real, this hip hop shit, because we know biting is real, but we also know that like paying homage and respect is a real fucking thing too.
We talked about that, yo. I said my piece on that, yo. I said, don't niggas already do that? Isn't that a thing in hip hop where you give a nigga homage by spitting a couple of these bars? He even shouted the nigga out, yo. But now, it's like, I understand. For me, it looks like a chess move on Cassie's behalf, yo. Like I said then, the nigga got his league coming. He got his whole situation with Hitman Holla. He popping. He's bubbling more than ever. If he came out and dissed Tory a couple years ago, this nigga would have brushed that shit off. He even came out and said that shit back then. He was like, he's biting my shit. That shit didn't catch weight. He said it again and it worked this time. Niggas start tapping in. And he, you know what I mean, dropped the records behind it. And Tory Lanez even came back and dissed him. So the light is on him now. Like, you know what I mean? Regardless, everybody's talking about this. That's more streams, like he said. Like, his numbers been going up. Like, fuck is you talking about? He just did 2 million with Hitman Holla. Then went on RBE and put on a fantastic battle. When niggas was saying he might have got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? He even referenced that battle in that joint. So it's like, I understand. Like, yeah, it's a chess move. I gotta diss this nigga right now. I'm hot. It's bubbling. Let me add some more streams into my shit. Let me bring some more eyes into what I'm doing.
See, and that's the thing. I hope, because to be honest, I will hope that this nigga can maintain that fire. You feel me? Because I feel like Cassidy.
That's nothing. Cassidy can rap ever. Yeah. That's Cassidy.
Yeah, Cassidy can rap, but like, you know, Cassidy is just is still Cassidy. He's a hard personality to really fucking like. And I'm trying to say that
I fucks with Cassidy. Yep.
I fuck with him too, but like, to call a spade, yo, like
the public opinion.
And so yeah, in certain rooms, yo, like Cassidy is just not that nigga. And like, I'm sorry, like I love him in the smack leagues and in the battle rap leagues and shit like that. But when he in a room with Arsenal, yo,
I don't think he
niggas felt.
I don't think he did smack it. I can't. I think he's on RBA. And
which one was he?
King of the Dot.
Was he on when he battle Arsenal? Was that King of the Dot?
I think that was RBA.
Oh, okay. I mean, but even when it came down to that, Arsenal for real, like. I feel like certain personalities just overshadow Cassidy, maybe because niggas been here with Cassidy since like the 4th and 5th grade and shit.
That's a stat though.
It's a stat, yeah, for real, without a doubt. But I just feel as though like sometimes Cassidy has to remind niggas or somehow like step out of that element in that zone. Like Wayne reinvented his shit a little bit for a minute, you feel me? And that shit was fly and shit.
I see what you're saying.
So like, if Cassidy is like, yeah, Mr. Battle Rap for real and shit like that for real, like this nigga really needs to mold into some shit for real for a nigga. Like, just can't be stagnant for too damn long doing the same fucking format. Like a nigga just gonna automatically piece your shit together after that. That's why it's so easy to do a Cassidy flow for Tory and shit like that.
I get what you're saying.
Like, better yet, for instance, when niggas was first trying to learn how to rap for real, and we was trying to rap like our favorite rapper.
Everybody took Cassidy, right?
Everybody took Cassidy or Wayne flow and shit.
You see Cassidy elements in battle rap, and that's his. Like, yo, you see my fingerprints all in rap, all in battle rap. What are you talking about? I'm the GOAT, like GOAT gang, all of that shit.
Now, even Cassidy. Now, that's the thing. Cassidy flow is still alive to this day, especially in battle rap. It's heavy in battle rap.
It worked on the Funk Flex freestyle. Like that shit.
Yeah,
that shit Tory was spitting definitely went hard. But yeah, no.
I feel like sometimes it's just the good beat selection too. At that, you feel me? Like
now, yo,
you know a beat where you could just kill some
battle,
shit.
Yo. Like if a nigga got a hard beat, you ain't got to say much.
Oh yeah, I mean shit, but like Remember when Cassidy and Freeway battled?
Oh my, please, we not even gonna bring
And
that up,
just
yo.
the confidence that Cassidy had in that battle, like he really looked Freeway in the eyes and just tell this nigga, you ain't fucking with me, yo. Why the fuck are you in here?
He meant it though. Like that was Cassidy then, yo. We never seen nothing like Cassidy at that time, yo. He was
See, that's what I'm
problem
saying.
child.
Like that Cassidy, my nigga, like there was no doubt in that nigga. You feel me? There was
Ain't no
no
doubt in
doubt
this
in that
nigga,
nigga.
yo. I don't
It's
think he
still no
doubted
doubt
himself.
in this nigga now for real. But like,
I think Cassidy feel like he's the best. Like, I think he genuinely
yeah,
feels like he's the
that's
greatest
the
rapper
thing. I
ever.
feel like
Yo.
he still thinks he's the best too. But like, I don't see. It's kind of hard for him. It's kind of hard for me to accept that shit for the simple fact, like, it's so much other new shit out here
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's so
that's
much
more
different
John
shit.
Blaze than this nigga.
You
You
got the
feel me?
Migos that do both perfectly well. They do the harmony shit. They got lyrics. They do what they do. They put together some of the most fantastic music ever. And like how you like that's a whole different genre, a whole different lane that you got to compete with as well. And it's like
Yeah.
I think even like the sentiment that Royce was making in that whole beef with them, he was saying, you know, you got to check the boxes. What boxes do you check? You know, you up against a nigga that check a lot of boxes. So you fight an uphill battle. You got to fight all his fans and him, public perception, everything.
Oh man, that goes into like something that slipped in the back of my mind earlier. I remember Charlamagne the God said on breakfast on Brilliant Idiots a while ago, if a nigga like M and 6ix9ine was to do a versus battle, which I wholeheartedly agree, and this is not me just slandering Eminem, but I really feel like 6ix9ine would take that shit. Just because of the check marks that this nigga scratches
Listen,
off
all right,
versus
man.
M.
Anyway,
Nah, the only reason why I say that,
T-Pain
nah,
drink
the
champs,
only
yo.
reason why I say that, though,
T-Pain drink champs, yo. Stop it, yo. Like I'm
nah,
not gonna
let me
let you
plead my
do
case.
that,
Let me plead
yo.
my case because I do not want niggas to know I died on this 6ix9ine.
Oh my lord.
The only reason
In
why I
a
say that
versus
shit, bro,
battle.
because of beats. It's because when it comes to certain moments, yeah, Eminem will fucking kill 6ix9ine in any other way possible.
Oh,
But when
my
it comes
goodness.
down to the beat selection and the audience itself, niggas is not gonna move to Lose Yourself, but I'm gonna move to Gummo. You feel me?
But yeah, like I said, man, I'm gonna let you have your opinion, yo. Like that's crazy, but I don't. Me personally, I don't think that'll happen. I don't know even know why that's like. That's whoever inserting these quotes is just crazy, yo. That's like the Lonzo Ball when he came out and said what he said. I won't repeat it, but
Oh, I remember that goofy shit. Now that shit was goofy. Future better than us. I don't mean no harm, but yo, but like Lonzo Ball was born in like 97, 98. Yo, this nigga don't know shit about hip hop, yo.
what a great way to segue. Apparently, Future and T Pain was beefing, yo. I didn't even really know these.
That
Niggas
was a
was
real
beefing.
beef?
That wasn't really a real beef, but these niggas had like if you watch the drink champ joints, he talks about like 'cause I think it's clips. You can watch the whole thing, but I've watched the clips. There's a clip where he's talking about why him and Future was beefing. At times, like he brought it up when niggas was saying like, "Oh, Future's the baby T Pain." I remember that, but that's not where it stemmed from. Apparently, in the new Bugatti situation, DJ Khaled had rented T Pain's Bugatti, and Future was taking pictures in it, like, "Yeah, new Bugatti," and T Pain did the "Yo, you sitting in my car, that's my shit." Under the comments, he basically broke it down to like, you know how like you go to school and you borrow your man's shirt and then you walk into the room and he comes in like, "Hey, nice shirt, man." It looks familiar, and then walks off while you talking to some girls or some shit. That was basically like the situation. He was in his car taking pictures, he was posting it, and then eventually DJ Khaled came and was like, "Yo, what are you doing? You fucking my roll up out, yo. I got a song coming." But nah, T Pain was giving it up during that drink champ show.
Oh yeah, he was definitely spilling some shit for real. Like he was, to be honest, what's so crazy? I don't even know if this is actual like news for niggas or some shit like that, but I've been noticing a lot of niggas on like the internets and shit like that talking about this nigga's giving away all the game and information. I told you guys you gotta grease the pockets of these record labels and radio producers, you feel me? But it was just I always figured that was just regular business, you feel me? Like
That's how business get done.
you spend money to make money, nigga.
Yeah.
Like
That's how that goes.
keep your shit in rotation.
You thought you was talented, you was gonna make it.
Come on now, yo, like But like that's the goofy part about this shit for real. Like a lot of niggas just think like you could get inside this rap game and that's about it. I'ma just rap. Niggas don't know like yo, you gotta worry about a whole other fucking entity. The reason why you kicking up this 200 racks, because 50 goes to publishing, another 50 goes to the niggas that's actually working the record for you. You feel me?
All of that stuff, yeah. Like
And it's a business behind that shit.
I think Cassie, one of the dudes that got in there and just was rapping. Like that shit don't really transition sometimes. Like, but Cass got songs like, big songs in that nature. But I think, he caught his situation too. But I don't know if like that rapping situation like will really get you there anymore.
I feel like you gotta have a gimmick. You gotta have a gimmick. You gotta somewhat be somehow relevant in people's eyes in order for you to actually
If
still snitch.
if not a gimmick, you gotta offer something or have a sound that nobody else has. A uniqueness to you.
I gonna lie, like when it comes to my R&B bag, I'm a Sir fan, but when it comes to uniqueness and something niggas don't have, like the nigga Giveon, how this
Hell
nigga
yeah.
Giveon be giving that
He be
shit up.
giving it up, yo. He be definitely giving it up. Giveon and the blunt will take you places.
Nigga, what? Man, I was crying this morning listening to that nigga.
But nah, yeah, like I appreciate T-Pain even still doing a lot of stuff he said on the Drink Champs. He came out and said, "Man, it's called Drink Champs, and I'm trying to be the champ." Like
Man
he
was
lit.
Drink Champ before Drink Champs was Drink Champs, my nigga.
Yeah, facts. That nigga T-Pain
Nigga bought a big ass chain because he was a drink champ. They said big ass chain.
He does that. But nah, I appreciate seeing T-Pain back out in action, yo. Like it's always great to see T-Pain, yo. He offers so much to the game, yo, and he seems like a generally nice person who tries to tell the truth. Like nobody knew about that DJ Khaled shit. Like I didn't know DJ Khaled didn't fuck with this nigga. I mean, I sensed it, but you would think this nigga made monster records with this nigga, so that relationship would always be there. But
you would have thought all I do was win. Like this nigga Cali still eating off of that. Like
I'm sure
y'all niggas ain't getting along off of that. But I don't know. It probably stems from
it's the Bugatti shit. He said it. This nigga stepped on his rollout, yo. Like he was saying that shit. He was like he paid him $3,000 to hold his car, but he never told him what it would be for. And T-Pain was like, "You should have told me what you was doing, yo. That's crazy." He was like, "Nah, nigga, I'm trying to break this new artist, Ace Hood." Shit like that.
I don't mean no harm, bro, but Ace Hood at that time was a new. And to be honest, my nigga, like
I woke up with a new Bugatti. Worked though.
it definitely did. It definitely did. But let's be honest, my nigga. Like you definitely do gotta tell niggas like what the fuck you using my shit for real, cause it's almost like how like you had a homeboy who ain't had no clothes for real, so you let the nigga hold a shirt for real, but y'all got some bitches coming over. It's like one of those moments for real. Like you like you said, like how a nigga be in the hallway, like yo, you don't want to embarrass a nigga for real, yo, but this shit can happen.
But it's
at
like,
any given moment.
You're not supposed to count. You're not supposed to give a shit about that.
I mean, yo, if I'm letting a nigga hold my car, yo, you better let me know what the fuck you using that shit for, yo. Like, no offenses to anybody, but
you knew he was probably using it for a video shoot of some sort, right?
Oh,
I would have tied that.
I just found out DJ Khaled don't eat pussy, so for all I know, he could have been using the nigga Bugatti for like the Batmobile or some shit. You feel me?
I don't know.
I mean, I only said it because apparently Bruce Wayne don't eat pussy neither. You feel me? So I just had to do a correlation. DJ Khaled is Batman.
Kanye West versus Drake. The saga continues, yo. So apparently, the Donda watch is on alert, yo. Like that shit still ain't dropped. Still haven't got it yet. Like I don't know. I've been listening to this shit somewhere. I don't know if it's the real album. I'd like to see some type of certification behind it before I clarify this it being the album. Especially with Kanye, this nigga will put a wrench in the whole plan if he feel like something's awry. So, but it was bad for him to come out and say he'll compete with Drake. He'll try to drop his shit when Drake drop his shit, not knowing when Drake is gonna drop his shit. It's bad for business, especially when you got all this exposure on your shit right now. Like, niggas will turn on you in a second, yo.
I mean, because when you think about it for real, like, this is a clash of two titans. You feel me? We got an old god and a new god. But, oh, man.
Both of them still has that dominant relevancy though.
That's
I
what that's
like
what I'm
niggas.
saying. Like
You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
looking at it.
but the stupid thing about it is, it's dumb because regardless of anything, if Kanye drop an album, you gonna listen to Kanye. If Drake drop an album, you gonna listen to Drake. If they both drop an album the same day, you gonna listen to both. Like what
Pretty
the hell?
much. It's the 50 Cent Kanye situation for real. Like when 50 dropped, I listened to 50. You feel me? When
Yeah,
Kanye dropped, I listened
listen
to
to
Kanye.
Kanye. Like, and as a fan, I was just saying, well, yeah, you might compare them in your head, like which one sounds better, and naturally, you're
Hmm.
just gonna play which one you feel is providing you with the better music. But like Kanye, his album seemed like it's feature heavy. Like I seen the
Yeah.
feature list on there. He got a lot of people on there. So it looked like he trying to compete with Drake on that feature shit. Like nigga, I
Hmm.
can get superstars too, but Drake never really get heavy features on his album. So I don't know whose that was for.
See,
Like
like
you know what I mean?
I think like the one notable big feature Drake actually had on the album was probably Nicki Wayne, Janae Aiko.
Hove, Party Next Door
Oh,
is always there.
yeah,
Travis
when him
Scott
and the
might
weekend
be
was
there
cool.
somewhere. I'm here for the Drake and Weekend shit. Like
I'm always here for that shit, but I don't think we might never
I
see
think them niggas
another
is
Drake
semi
and
cool,
weekend.
yo.
For
He
real?
yeah. In the Remember video, this nigga Drake pulled up. He was in there,
Mm,
throwing his OVO shit, supporting this nigga. And then he had a
mm.
little line: "If it ain't OVO, my exo niggas eating." Like he shouts niggas out. It's a Canadian
True, true,
thing
true.
because I feel like Drake and Justin Bieber left a lot on the table. Like them niggas need to get together and work on something. But you see that nigga in the new video, so you think like, all right, something might work out then.
Possibly. I never think about it like that. That's crazy.
But it's like the fans will put you together. Like you know what I mean. Ironically enough, like if niggas want it bad enough, like it'll happen. Like the money will grow too large. Where it's like, yo, we
Oh
need to see y'all
yeah,
niggas together. Like how much it costs. And the longer you hold out on it, though, the bigger the bag gets sometimes too.
oh yeah. And to be honest, the more worth it. You feel me? Like,
Hell
come on,
yeah,
yo,
fuck
like
it. I give you a
no.
point right now. Like you look at the battle that's about to take place on Summer Madness. Shout out URL Summer Madness. We got
Was
fucking
it
Mook
September 13th,
15th,
right?
15th, I believe.
15th, yeah.
We got Mook versus Reed motherfucking Dollars. You know how long this
What?
battle's in the making? Reed versus Murder motherfucking Mook, nigga. Like Summer Madness. Think about what they would have got paid then versus what they probably gonna get paid now for this battle. Like if it had took place then, niggas probably got 1,500, 2,500, maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas probably about to take home $30,000, $40,000 for this battle. So like sometimes you let that shit linger, you let that anticipation build up. This shit been going for 13 years. Like niggas getting broke off and shit. Like I'm sure that Drake and Chris Brown song that did together did numbers. When Drake and Kanye worked together, that shit gonna do
Oh
numbers.
man, fucking no guidance. I ain't gonna lie, yo. That's I'm still bumping that shit to this day.
Hell yeah, that's definitely
I'm not even gonna
notorious.
lie, niggas, yo. Like I feel like that was a light skinned nigga
Anthem.
spiritual anthem right there, yo. Like that shit unified every light skinned nigga that I know, yo. I'm only beefing with like two light skinned niggas that I know now, but like every light skinned nigga that I ever beefed with, we cool now, yo. No guidance did that shit, yo. Shouts out to C Breezy and Drake, yo.
No, I'm telling you, my girl, we getting ready to that shit, yo. I fucks with this song. I can't let her know how much I fuck with that shit, but nah, I be sitting there rapping the little lyrics to my head and shit. Like that song definitely rock. I fucks with
I
Drake and
finally
C
caught
Breezy.
on to what he meant. Girl, you're a little hot, girl, you're a little sweetie. I caught on to that. I was like, ah, hot girl, sweetie. Quavo, sweetie. Ah.
That's funny. Shout out to Sweetie too. She got the McDonald's meal popping.
Oh
So
yeah. Even though she ain't look like she never worked in McDonald's a day in her life,
I
I'm here
fucks with
for it,
it. Hell
baby.
yeah, give me my deal, give me my
Um,
money. Shout out to the
I
queen. What you
hope
want to
whatever
lead the
one she
people with, my
promoting, yo,
nigga?
that fucking McFlurry machine worked, yo.
Nah, see, she kept it G. She ain't fuck with the McFlurry joint. She kept it simple, Big Macs and nuggets.
Yeah, Big Macs and nuggets and shit. I
She
mean,
got her
but
own sweet tea sauce though.
mm,
It's sweet tea and sour sauce.
mm.
But yeah, what you want to leave the
That she don't
people
look
with,
like a
yo?
bitch that eat McDonald's neither, yo. So I
Listen,
don't even
yo.
know if I
Let's
trust her shit.
stop killing the meal, yo. Let's just get out of
I
here.
ain't trying to kill a meal.
Let's
You
just
feel
get
me? I'm
out
just
of here,
saying,
yo.
like, Sweetie don't strike me as a chick that eat McDonald's, yo. So I don't know if she know what the
Listen,
people
yo.
want, yo.
Listen. Everybody eats McDonald's. Don't do that, yo. I'm telling you. Don't believe the hype. Everybody eats McDonald's.
Everybody does, yo, but like
Except vegans
she
and
looked like
shit.
she was a Wendy's and a Carl's Jr. bitch, yo. She
Oh,
just
that's
looked like
what
she ate that shit.
you leaving the people with.
I don't want to leave him on Carl's Jr. Maybe Five Guys for her, you feel me?
Well, there you have it. Sweetie looks like a five guys chick. I don't want to leave it with that. Never
I
mind.
don't even
All
know
right,
how to
listen,
say that.
listen. We going back out of that whole conversation. Leave with the water thing that you do, yo. The fruits and vegetables and shit. Leave them on the hot note.
But shit, for Sweetie look like a vegan if you ask me.
Oh yeah, before we get out of here, I mean, it's dropping Monday, but we definitely want to say RP to Nip too as well. Definitely
Oh
shouts out to
yes, happy
the late
birthday to the
great Nip.
god.
Got me on this podcast shit, made me want to start my business for real, for real. Like it's hard to listen to that shit and sit on your ass. If you sit on your ass and listen to Nip, you's a weirdo. Like you gotta have your hand in something, gotta be networking, gotta be plug and plays, all of that stuff. So definitely don't want to let this go by in your remembrance. Nextly, all that shit. RIP to the goat, the great one, Tone. What you want to leave people with?
Closing statements, my niggas. While I'm saying this shit, I hope you niggas are actually logging into the Discord right now and actually
Oh
following
yeah,
niggas.
this
Not
one.
only with that, I hope you niggas are having a great weekend. I had me an awesome weekend, if I must say so myself. You feel me? Got the
Yeah, I
pub with the
enjoyed this weekend.
homies,
Hell yeah.
got to chill with a nice, lovely lady, and I hope you niggas is doing the same. You feel me? If you float that different type of way, I hope you chilling with another dude or dame, however you feel, whatever rocks your boat. You feel me? It's a free world. Love who you love, god damn it. I don't judge. I just watch.
I'm gonna say this. I
And
had a great weekend too. Got to spend it with my family. Went out to dinner. Had an amazing time. Got to go to round one. I thought it was funny because me and Tone was talking about the arcade joint. Was right there. I was like, "Fuck it, let me show you some shit, baby girl." Took in the spot. I jaw dropped, yo. She was like, "What?" I was telling my girl all the little fucking Japanese imports and stuff they had there. So had an amazing time. Amazing time this
mm,
weekend.
I heard they getting the little butt game in round one that they got in Japan.
Yo,
When you stick your hand inside the butt shit and then
listen,
you're
yo.
playing the game like that.
They got some shit in there, yo. They got some shit in there, yo. The vibes
Mm.
is in there. Pinballs, everything. Like they done renovated in that hoe.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna do it for this one. We appreciate you for tapping in. Like Tone said, you definitely want to be privy to that Discord. You want to get access to that Discord. I apologize. You want to hit that Discord. I'm high. I'm sorry. To get access to the Discord, you want to hit the bio in this episode or the description. It's right there, and the link provided. You can jump right in. Peace.
Adios.